What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome to another video here on the channel. And today I thought that it was the perfect time to talk about Junior Firpo because his signing is slowly lining up. There has been recently, in the last few hours, some series of events that have led me to believe that his signing might be close. So in this video we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about the transfer news, and then on a later episode of Barca Report, we're gonna be talking about the player itself and what he can bring to the team. So right now, let's talk about everything that you need to know about the transfer news of Junior Firpo. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. The links are gonna be in the description down below. They got the newest Barcelona kit, so guess who can look the most epic, most valuable fan of them all? So how exactly does this news begin? Well, it begins with Barcelona looking for a replacement of Jordi Alba, and by actually signing someone like Junior Firpo, we're killing two birds with one stone. We're finding the backup that we need for the moment, but we also are getting someone that can replace him fully. And we can finally live in a world where Barcelona can no longer have Jordi Alba, and that's very good strategical business from the Blaugrana. We know that in the past there were other players that could possibly join Barcelona for that left back option. Those were initially people like Nicolas Tagliafico, then we went all over to Ricardo Rodriguez, Rafael Guerreiro, Felipe Luis, and obviously Felipe Luis was one of the main four that was very highly touted. But now Barcelona is looking for a younger option. They have realized that if they're going to spend the money that potentially, I don't know, 30 million euros would be to get any of them except Felipe Luis, which is a free player at the moment, they would much rather go for a younger option, a player that can actually develop and learn the Barcelona traits, because it still has a lot to prove. If we sign someone like Ricardo Rodriguez, he wouldn't learn much. He's already a kind of makeshift player, and he will be just joining Barcelona to be that, to be a backup. There wouldn't be much future for him in the long run. However, like I said, Barcelona won the future, and Junior Firpo can give us that as well. After discarding the main option, which was Felipe Luis, because it was free and it made for a good player, experienced player who know La Liga, well, Barcelona is looking now into Junior Firpo, and apparently he has been scouted for the past few years as well, which is highly surprising in my eyes because I didn't have it in my radar at all. This year for me was the breakout year for Junior Firpo, and I'll be inclined to tell me actually whether you knew him before this year. I didn't know much about him. I kind of knew because he was from República Dominicana, which is not a country you see every day pop up in European football, so it would be kind of interesting to see a player with that background at Barcelona. The aim now for Barcelona is initially to find a way to bypass the 50 million euro release clause that Junior Firpo has. The reason why I'm saying this news is very reliable as well, and why I think this can actually happen, is because Real Betis have already signed the backup to Junior Firpo. They have signed Alfonso Pedraza, and he's right now at the Benito Villamarín signing the contract probably as we speak. Furthermore, Barcelona have already exercised the option to buy back Marco Correa from Eibar for 4 million euros. At the moment, Marco Correa is going to incorporate himself to the preseason to Japan. He's going to return to training tomorrow. And I don't know if this is much of a sign, if we're gonna keep him or not, but Barcelona is looking at different alternatives. We always have to keep the mind of a healthy Barcelona, both sporting sense and also in a financial sense. If we were going to sign Neymar, there will certainly be not enough cash to buy someone like Junior Firpo, and therefore someone like Marco Correa would be definitely the guy that we were going to keep. If not, there can be a profit that can be overturned by selling Marco Correa easily for around 80 million euros, if not more. And if Real Betis would like him as well, we could incorporate him in a way to try and negotiate to get the release clause of Junior Firpo lowered. For instance, we offer Marco Correa plus 20 million for someone like Junior Firpo. Deals like that are still going to be a long way from here. This thing, I believe, confirms the interest from him, and also confirms that Real Betis are willing to part ways with one of the most promising left backs right now in European football. Nevertheless, if the plans don't go as accordingly, we would still keep an amazing player in Marco Correa, a player which knows the Barcelona system. At this moment in time, I cannot tell you who is better between Firpo or Cucurella. I think they might be at a very similar level, a very similar quality. However, I think that with Firpo, Barcelona can certainly have a player with a lot more potential. The roof for Firpo, I think, is way higher than Marc Cucurella, but in age, in position, in everything, in their style, in their abilities, they're not too far gone. They really aren't. So in the worst of cases, we will still have a good left back that will certainly be good enough as a backup for Jordi Alba. It's up to, I guess, the board, I guess the fans to decide whether Cucurella has that potential and if they're going to put the trust in him, or do you think that Junior Firpo is way better? And that's going to be a question that I'm going to be putting on right now for you guys. I want you to tell me whether do you think Marc Cucurella has more potential or that Junior Firpo is a clear player with a bigger future. Let me know down below who do you think can be the best player for Barcelona in the long run.